Hey everybody, this is Wvgunsngoats with a quick look at some products from the company 1791 Gun Leather. We've got one of their gun belts and holsters here, and this holster fits the PSA Dagger. In case you've been looking for a nice leather holster for that gun, I know a lot of people have been looking for holsters that fit the PSA Dagger, and here's a really nice one. Before we get into this video though, I'd like to ask you to please like, comment, and hit that subscribe button to join the herd here at WV Guns and Goats. Before we get started, I'd like to say that the people at 1791 Gun Leather were kind enough to send us this belt and this holster for this video look at their products tonight. So I want to give them a big thank you for sending that to us. And if you'd like to check out any of their products, I'm going to have an affiliate link in the description of this video. And if you do decide to shop that link, it's going to help the channel out while not costing you anything extra over what you decide to buy. So what we have here is their right-handed outside the waistband multi-fit holster. This is the size 2.1. As you can see here, it fits a bunch of different Glocks, the Ruger SR9, P228, 229, Shield, M&P series, the XDS series, the P99, PPQ, and some other guns like the CZ75 and the Beretta 92C. That's the size 2.1. Now when you get it, it's going to come in this nice clamshell here, and there's going to be a paper inside there that says how to break in your holster with a whole bunch of instructions on it. Now I have just left this gun in the holster and haven't followed any of those directions because it did fit in there pretty well. So it's been in for a couple days now, and it should have broken in fairly well. So now that we looked at the packaging, let's set that to the side, and we'll go ahead and we will look at the belt and the holster itself. Now, a gun belt is just as important as the holster because it does more than just hold your pants up. This provides a stiffness that allows it to support the weight of the firearm in the holster without drooping. And it's also a very stiff material here. You try to crush this with your hands, you can't do it. If you take a belt that looks like it's super stiff from Walmart, try to give it a squeeze from top to bottom, and I bet you can squeeze it into like a C or a U shape. And that's also important when you're drawing the gun because that's going to hold that holster in place so you're not trying to draw your gun and the holster going with it at the same time, as a regular belt may not provide that same kind of support. The hardware on this belt is really nice. It's got a roller to it, nice holes cut into the belt itself. You've got the 1791 emblem there embossed into the leather itself. And then let's take a look here at the holster. First, you notice the trigger is completely covered here, which is great. And you have all this room right here to actually grab the gun without the holster getting in the way. So if I wrap my hand around it, you can see it doesn't interfere with me grabbing the grip of that gun. So let's go ahead and we'll pull this gun out. Here's the gun. It is the PSA Dagger full size with the low profile sights. I'm not sure if they have an option that fits suppressor height sights. I do know that they have an optics ready line of holsters though. Now to me, I feel that leather holsters just exude this craftsmanship that somebody had to take time, cut out all these leather pieces, lay them together. They had to punch all those holes in it and then stitch it together. So it just feels like you feel that a craftsman has made that holster there. Not saying that Kydex holsters are bad. I know they're the super popular option. They're great if you have a gun that doesn't have a holster available for it. But they just have this like coldness to them. They don't have the soul of a well-worn in leather holster. If that makes me sound like an old person, I really don't care there. The only holster we should hate on are nylon holsters. So the first thing you'll notice with this holster is the thickness of the leather that they use to make it back and front here. It's got this stiffening portion added to it. Very nicely done. The edges are what they call burnished, where they take basically a buffing wheel and they run the edges of the holster on that wheel and it rubs them together to make it feel like one single piece of leather instead of two pieces sewn together. The holes for the stitching are very, very uniform and nicely done. And the thread that they use to stitch the holster together is very nice as well. Very nice and thick thread will hold that holster together well. As you can see on the back, their logo is also imprinted into the leather itself. So that's just a quick tabletop look at some of the products from 1791 Gun Leather. Again, I want to say thanks to those guys for sending us these products to make this video on. Go check out their website at the link in the description below. And guys, it's been another WV Guns and Goats video. Remember, if you're not out there having fun shooting, what are you doing?